this is Carol. Welcome back to my channel. And if you haven't done so just yet, please like and subscribe and please share with a friend. So I've been meaning to put a voiceover on this video for the longest while. And I finally got some peace and quiet in the salon. Everybody's gone, so I'm just going to try my best to do a voiceover. So I had this apple in my collection of things that people collect, and it inspired me to do a follow-up to last year's Halloween nails. And I had a choice between the long coffin tips or what I was going to do, a different one of the not polished nail tips. And I think we decided on the coffin tips for the set that I about to do, and I had so much fun. So these are the long straight stiletto or the coffin tip ones. So I think I decided to go with the coffin tips. Yes. Okay, and I had so much fun doing this. So most of you all know I work from the salon and from home, and I took some stuff from home, from the salon, to take home to do this set. And I got home and all I did was pack up the stuff. I didn't bring it. So I had to improvise with the set that I'm about to do. And I think it came out good. And the two commercials that you saw on the front was the result of me forgetting the stuff that I needed to bring in. Have no fear, we were going to save the day. So as you can notice, I had on my nails, I had some nail polish, so these were going to definitely be a pop-off set. All right. I'm not sure if you're going to actually see a prep because there wasn't one done, but we knew it was a pop-off, so I had polished the nails prior to starting the video. And so that's why my natural nails look a little bit shiny. So right here, I'm just choosing the tips that would fit my fingers from sidewall to sidewall. And of course, we're going to go through the whole process of doing that. And you notice the nails is having a little bit of a hard time sticking. And like I said, that's because there was nail polish on the nails and it was taking a while to dry. And the polish of choice that I used was called Out the Door, and it's something that I routinely find at Sally's Beauty Supply. And this is pretty boring stuff when you select in size. If you're a beginner, this could be a little bit challenging, but the key is to make sure that the tips fit sidewall to sidewall. Put a little bit of glue. I usually don't need that much glue, but like I said, because there is nail polish on my nails, we had a hard time getting them to hold on. So at one point, my original nails that I've got from Not Polish was the coffins. And since then, I have gotten two sets of tips. One of them came with the advent calendar, and another one, I believe I ordered it on my own. And at first, I didn't recognize the difference between the two, and I was like so frustrated with the one I got in the advent calendar because it wasn't doing what I thought the original one that I bought would do. And then once I put them side by side, I'm like, duh, Carol, that's why. There were two different sets of tips. So I really like them though, and if you into the not polished type products, you understand what I'm talking about. I mean, you actually do need the correct type of tip for, even though the other one, you can cut it into whatever you want. I prefer to use the coffin one for when I'm doing coffin-y nails. How you guys doing out there in nail land? Like I said, if you haven't done so just yet, please like and subscribe. Please share with a friend. Help me build this YouTube channel. And I hope you guys are enjoying the contents that I'm putting out. Going into this last quarter of the year where all the holidays are coming through, I plan on doing a little bit more kit reviews as I purchase them for my own collection. And I'll let you guys know. I have an e-file. I can't wait to, ooh, Alexa just told me that it's flashing that I had a delivery. So when I go home, I probably will do an unboxing for you guys of my new e-file. Just something I got on Amazon. And those of you who shop Not Polish website, and if you like me, I cannot wait for when they have their holiday stuff start dropping one after the other. Whew. I can't wait to see what their advent calendar for this year is going to look like. Last year I got the small and medium, and I'm definitely not going to be missing out on the large one this year if they do it again. So I have them now fitting sidewall to sidewall. One of them looks slightly crooked, but it's all good. We're just doing it. Actually lent to, it was a Halloween set, so now that I'm looking at it, it kind of looks slightly crooked, but when I did the video, it worked perfect. If you're a witch and you have, you know, messed up fingers holding an apple, that's what it was supposed to look like. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So I went in with some, what is that, Igel products, and you guys can see the numbers DD73, DD103, and I can't really see the other one. I just can't tell you what it is off my head right now. One of them was a greenish color, and I thought it would look really cool. I only did one nail with it because I wasn't feeling it, but it still lent some excitement. I wanted to put some lace on this set, and the lace one of that whole box that I have there, the lace that I wanted to use, I used it before, and there wasn't quite a lot of the pieces that I needed, but it still worked out just fine. If I seem a little bit distracted, guys, that's because I am actually doing a voiceover, and I am also on the Not Polish website at the same time. My dapping dish is something we got last year at the dollar store. They had the maple leaf right around Halloween time, and I saw one of my other nail sisters with one, and she told me she got it at the dollar store. I think it was Dollar Tree, and I went out and I got me a maple leaf. So you may have seen that dapping dish on another video, but here it is again. Ooh, I got so much stuff I want to purchase from their website. I need to get off of this. I need to get off. Mind your business, Carol. Anyway, so where we are here. So I think at this point, I'm just going to put down a little bit of a clear. Yep, we're going in for a little bit of clear. Most of my work is done this way. And I will add, mainly because when I'm working with pigmented powders, I don't want the pigmented powder to stay in my natural nail. we've already established that we have, what do you call it, some nail polish down there, but just for routine, I like to practice putting it down. We have a little bit of everything on this. We got some nut polish, we got some Igel, we got some Entourage nail gallery. And I usually just do this on all 10 nails. At this point, I'm just doing my left hand here. So we're just making sure you have a thin layer. Sometimes when the client is getting pigmented powder, you know, I'm going to charge for going down to the, not going back down and rebuilding the nail. But it's not necessary for us to be e-filing on the natural nail that often if they using pigmented powder. Some people want to change out the pigmented powder on every service. So you're doing your client a little bit of a justice when you put the clear down so that you can remove the pigmented powder from the top and possibly rebuild it with something else. And I believe on this one, I did the nails the full length. Yes, we did. I did not cut the nails. So this is the eye gel powder I use. I think I still have that one at home. So I can't tell you exactly what the name, but I know what the number is. I will probably, I'll try to link it in the description box, what it is exactly, what it is I use. But when I first started out, I thought the green would have come out a little bit darker, and it didn't. At this point, I'm going to go in with some transfer gel, and I'm going to put the transfer gel on all 10 nails, apply it to all 10 nails, and I'm going to apply it, I'm going to dry it for a full 60 seconds, because when you dry it for 60 seconds, you get a better transfer. I used to have a lot of problems transferring when I first started using it, and I realized that if you just cure for 30 seconds, it doesn't quite transfer as well as if you had cured for 1 minute. I'm looking for all the long nail divas for this Halloween season. All right, so of course it's already dried for 1 minute, and as soon as I pull it up, it will be one complete transfer. I rub it in really well. There we go. So now I have not, and I've seen other people do it, I have not worked with actual lace. I am dying to try the actual lace, but for right now, I have just been transferring the lace. And guys, like I said, depending on your lamp, you might need a little bit more time, but I would not, if you do it for less than the amount of time you're supposed to do it for, it just really doesn't do a good transfer. Ooh, they still have advent calendars from last year available. Wow. I was so excited when I got my advent calendar. I'm sorry, guys, I'm doing a voiceover and I'm shopping at the same time, so forgive me, I'm getting excited. So, where are we right now? So, I'm just making sure that, we transfer on all 5 nails. And right away, I started to feel okay, it's beginning to give me black lace. I still didn't know where I was going with this because, like I said, I left some of the elements in the shop. But once I transferred the black lace onto all the nails, I was pretty much feeling like whatever I come up with, I would be okay with it. Another beautiful transfer. So, guys, I have a little confession to make. When I get home under the guise of shooting a video or editing a video, I get to do the edit work while my husband gets to make dinner. It's like, I got a video to edit, honey. But what are we having for dinner? So, Veterans Day. When is Veterans Day? Veterans Day 2024. Monday, November 11th. So, on one of my videos that I do, I had wrote a story about the saddest day of my life, and I'm hoping that I wrote it while as a college piece. And where were we? I believe I was in. Where did I write that? We were in Arizona, Fort Huachuca, Arizona, and I wrote this piece about my husband's deployment that I hope you guys don't mind me sharing with you. So on my next go around, I will be doing story time instead of doing a tutorial. Of course, you can look at the tutorial while I'm telling the story or I'm reading the story that I wrote. And I would probably do some military type nails or something to that effect. But yeah. Cannot wait. So you see the green? Well, it doesn't really look, I don't even know what that color was, but I thought it would come out a little bit darker. Pinch and expand so you can see it. And it had a goldish green look to it. And I thought it would give me more of a swampy type feel, type look to it. And it kind of didn't, I don't know what I was expecting. I didn't swatch it either. I just opened the jar and I was like, oh, this might come out this way. And it wasn't quite what I thought it was. So the moral of that story is swatch the color before you commit to putting it on your sets. And consequently, it is going to be the only nail that has that color on it. And it kind of went down there lumpy, so I'm pushing it down, trying to stretch it out. Are you guys looking forward to the holiday season? I am so excited. Um, I started getting dressed up. It's a great season for me where we put boots on and scarves and sweaters and yeah. So at this point, I decided to go in with straight black because I know what black looks like. And it gave the gothic look that I was going for on this nail set. I'm policing up my sidewalls to make sure I'm not flooding the cuticle and stuff. I believe the black powder I'm using is by Kiara Sky. Once again, you can look for the information in the description box. I'll be sure to link it because this is like a solid week after. Yeah, guys, I know I'm bad. It's a solid week later that I'm actually doing the voiceover on this video. I hope you guys are enjoying your nail journey. I am absolutely having fun. My nails has become, it has always been, I can always use my nails to express myself, but there are so many more elements to doing nails in today's nail world than there was back in the day, that it is so exciting. Every time you do a set, you can encapsulate stuff. You can have trinkets on the top. You can be short and long and extra, extra, extra long. Amazing. So now that we have, yeah, it's Glam and Glits actually. So now I'm gonna go back and encapsulate. I'm cleaning up a little bit, but I'm gonna go back and encapsulate the nails in some clear, and then we'll proceed to filing and shaping and making these nails look good. So to the front of the nails, once I put down the back, because the front was going to be clear see-through, it's a little bit flat right now. So at this point, you'll be constructing the nail to the front because we've already built the back up to the length, to the thickness that we wanted. And so we just matching the front with the thickness on the back. Like I said, feel free to pinch and expand the video to get a close-up on what it is I'm doing. Today that I am doing this voiceover, It's the day after Hurricane Milton has come through Florida. My husband is from Naples, Florida, and we have friends and loved ones in Florida. And for the most part, we heard from everybody they're doing just fine. And I hope if you have any loved ones, friends, and family in Florida, that they all did well with Hurricane Milton. It's the places that got affected really got affected by it. So I'm cleaning off my brush. I dip it in the monomer, squeeze some of the product out, pick up a nice bead, put it down. This was a reverse bead I put down to join the previous bead. And then I'm just pulling it forward to fill in the front of the nail. So I invested in the largest size brush that I've ever used. I think we talked about in my last video the size brushes that I use. And when you started, while I was doing this set, I realized that the brush may have been a little too small. I was using I want to say a 10 or 12 brush. And so now I have a size 20. So hopefully on the next video, I can show you guys me working with a size 20 brush. Guys, that's just the phone when you're live.
Come from Bridge MP. Come from Bridge MP.
Alrighty, sorry about that. I had to answer the phone there. Alrighty, where are we? What are we doing? Oh, we're just filling in with clear at this point in the game. Yeah, like I said, that brush is a size 14, and I would have really liked to be using maybe a 18, 16, 18, would have picked up a little bit more product. So I had to keep going back. And for some people, that's okay. I think when you're doing longer nails, you really need to be able to pick up enough product that perhaps you can pull the product all the way to the front, from the back to the front. And if not, and you couldn't get it all the way, you still don't have to pick up so many beads, right? So I was like, let me go and invest in a larger brush and see what happens. So on my next go round, we will be trying to use a size 20 and see what happens. What's your favorite size brush when applying acrylic? This video is gonna run for about an hour and 1 hour, 1 minute, 44 seconds. We're just about half an hour at this point. So hopefully we get some good hand filing in there. You guys have anything exciting happening for the holiday? Halloween parties? Not much to see here, just boring stuff. I'm just encapsulating right now, so pardon my silence, but just observing, making sure the sides are clean, underneath is clean. I had so much fun doing this, in as much as I didn't get to put the black stones and stuff on the top. I I still felt like they came out good. I need to put my phone on airplane mode when I'm doing a voiceover, because I always get notifications while I'm doing what I do. Yeah, I got a nice size bead right here. So I know a lot of people do like a lot of Halloweeny stuff with the ghosts and the goblins and the, I don't know. Sometimes I don't feel like, I don't know. I like to do Halloweeny stuff, but I don't necessarily need a ghost or a goblin on my nail or a spider web or something. But I still want it to be, I guess my style of Halloween is more gothic than it is the whimsical style. So the lace fell right into exactly how I feel about Halloween. Black lace, dark makeup. What is your style for Halloween? Do you guys like the ghosty stuff and the Casper and stuff, or do you like more of a mature Halloween type nail set? So lately, I have been doing a lot of, when I work on myself, I notice that I'm not as patient with myself as I would be with my guests. So I am trying to let my patience reflect a little bit more when I'm working on me. That I deserve just as good a service that like anybody else. So I've been spending a little bit more time hand filing and making sure that my hand file work is straight before I even pick up an e-file. And even if I e-file it first, I still want to make sure that the hand file work is there to fine tune everything else that I'm doing. So I'm putting a reverse bead down here and pulling it backward to make sure that everything flows transitionally really well. What do you guys think about the black and the lace thus far? I'm always afraid of when I'm doing long nails that they're either too thick or not thick enough. So the fact that I'm going back over the already encapsulated nails is because I was like, if I was supposed to be wearing this, like we've already established, it's a pop-off set of nail. And I swear I popped it off like 10 seconds after I finished photographing them. There's no way I can work with my nails that long. But I had to keep in mind that if it was on a guess, would it be thick enough that if you're wearing this length, it's thick enough that it won't break, and it's not thin enough that it won't break, that it will break, right? So those are some of the things that you have to take into consideration, that you don't want the nail to be long and chunky, but you don't want it to be long and too thin that as soon as somebody touches something, it breaks, if that makes sense, right? All right, Carol, come on, stop fooling around with these. I'm so excited to get to the filing part. Nicely done. So today I went out doing, I had a Zoom meeting today, and when I was through, I went out passing out some business cards because now, it's the holiday time coming, so you got to do a little bit of everything to get your client, make sure you have clients coming in through the holiday season. And I met some really interesting people, and people who are looking for alternative to what we've had before in the past when you had an exclusive market for who does nails. Um, and there are people out there looking for nail techs that are um, talented and diverse. And so if you're a nail tech and you don't have enough business, people are looking for you. So you need to go out there and do what you do to get a client in your chair. For this holiday season, I just want to be slammed. I want to be busy doing a lot of work because my husband and I are going to be going on a cruise next year, April. And I want to make sure I have lots and lots of fun, if you know what I mean. Go on all the excursions and stuff. All right, so I'm finished fooling around with the application of the nails. Really, really exciting stuff. Hope you guys enjoy that segment. I am just putting everything aside so I don't knock stuff over. All right, so here we are. So for all the excitement I had in hand filing the nails, I started filing and did not realize that it wasn't filming, believe it or not. It happens, guys. But for the most part, what I did was I went over the top, make sure there's no lumps and bumps on the top. And one of the ways I can identify whether or not the nail is smooth on the top is when I file it on the top, if it's have grayed out spots and some spots are still kind of glossed over, you know the surface of the nail is not smooth. And so right here, I'm retrofitting my nails to make sure that I have a nice transition from the back. The sides as well as the top is nice and smooth. Unless lumps and bumps is the look you're going for, because if you are doing Halloween nails, hey, lumps and bumps might be something that is part of your rendition, but for the most part, you kind of want your nails to be nice and smooth, shaped from the bottom, the sides, and the top, and the front. Don't forget, the tip of the nails need to be shaped as well. I got big hands, so when I do my nails long, it really make my hands elongate my hands, but it's not practical for work for me. Drop in the description box what length is practical for you. And here I am using the Not Polish Half Moon 8080, I believe it is. And now here we go in with a fine bit. I believe this is a safety I have. And I get my bits at the local nail supply store, but you can find them wherever you find them. I'm quite sure they work the same. Amazon, whichever of the websites that you like to shop for your nail products, or if you have a local beauty supply store. I tend to get mine a couple dollars cheaper when I purchase them at the local nail supply store. So I'm going around the cuticles, making sure that I can see the side walls, the cuticle. Always take a second to look at your work and make sure that they all look like friends and family, like all those nails belong to that set. And now my most favorite part of the nail is the buffing. And don't skip out on this, guys. After all that e-filing, hand filing you're just done, your nails would have scratch marks or striation marks on them. You really, really want to buff those out. I mean, like really buff them out. Take your time in doing it, whether it's for yourself or it's on your guests. You deserve to have beautifully buffed out nails. So what I'm doing right here with my fingers, I'm feeling with my mind's eye how smooth my nail is, and it'll give you an idea of where you need to go back and buff a little bit more. What you can't see visually, you'll be able to feel it. Make sure the underneath as well is buffed out, because sometimes if you have a really new hand file, it can be sharp on the bottom and uncomfortable for loved ones, your pets, you know, your love interests, when you run your hands over them and it's like, ew, your nails are way too sharp, right? So don't forget to buff on the bottom. And sometimes I use multiple methods of buffing to get the nails as smooth as ever, so that when you put the top coat down, don't forget to feel it. When you put the top coat down, that it goes down effortless. And you impress not just yourself, but your guests that, ooh, those nails look amazing. And then, of course, you're going to use all three sides of the buffer. So the coarse, the medium, and the fine side. I can't wait for you guys to see the top coat, what it looks like. And of course, you already see what the video, the intro look like. Alrighty, I'm feeling them. I wish this was feel-o-vision so you can feel what they feel like. If you have any imperfections, go back in there and buff them out. But yeah, so if you've been following me any at all, y'all know at this point in the game, I like to do a little ritual of putting some cuticle oil down. It really gives me an opportunity to look at the nails, make sure they're sealed properly before I send my guests, or before I go wash my hands, to come back and put the top coat on. It also allows hydration to start, because we've been working back there at the cuticle. So you have multiple benefits of doing this at this point. And then we're going to take a second to go wash our hands. Make sure you wash with soap and get rid of the powder on your nails, on your hands. And you come back and do a top coat. Still inspecting them, making sure I'm happy with my work. And now I'm going to go in for the Igel top coat. And from the time I put the first stroke down, I'm looking to see, oh, wow, you know, what's going on for all the hard work that I did. Is it beautiful? Your guest also enjoys that experience when you start putting the top coat down and it's like, oh wow, that is gorgeous. It just brings everything to life. And when I'm working with the clear top coat, I like to put 2 coats down because I believe, and perhaps you believe too, that the second layer just gives you an extra layer of shine. So we're going to be wrapping this up pretty soon. So once again, if you're still with us and you haven't done so just yet, I do encourage you to like and subscribe and share this video with a friend. Help me to grow this channel. And feel free to drop in the description box whatever you would like to see me do. We'll have fun learning it together. And so then once I finish adding the clear top coat, I wipe it off a little bit on the sides so we maintain the shape. And then we will go into the lamp for 60 seconds. Obviously I cut the 60 seconds out, but you can actually see the brilliance on the nails. And I was extremely happy with them. Gosh, I wish I could have worn them for at least a day or two. But I took them down shortly after shooting the video, the photo shoot. I'm trying to, yeah, I did put some. So I did some roses on them. And I dusted some clear acrylic over it so it had a little bit of texture to the nails. And that's what I'm in the process of doing right now. I'm trying to get this video done before my husband pulls up. I'm quite sure you guys can hear the traffic from the street, but once he walks in the door, he wants to start talking. Which I don't mind. We haven't seen each other all day, but I want to get through this last 7 minutes, 8 minutes of this video. So I'm just making little semicircles, and I put some red roses over the lace, so it added some texture to the look and the feel of the nails. I'm not sure if I did all 5 of them on camera or not, but I'm just dusting, and I apologize for the fact that my hand is off screen here. But I'm just dusting the roses with the clear powder, provide texture to the look. And at this point, I wasn't sure if I was committed to doing it, so I'm kind of, I guess I did tape it. Ooh, here he comes. Yeah, so I am like the last 3 minutes on this video, and I'm still drawing roses. And like you guys see, I am dusting them with some clear acrylic powder. It's so fun. It's so much fun to do that. And if you're still learning to do artsy stuff on your nail, it's a great way to start practicing some nail art. And I love adding texture to my work. And I probably should have used a brush that had a shorter length on the brush. It's what I had at my disposal. I just put my hands on it, and down the road we went. Take a good look at them. We're gonna dust them some more. And at this point, I'm committed to doing it, so I was doing multiple nails at a time. And is the pinky gonna get in on some action? Yes, it is. The pinky is getting in there. We're gonna dust that one. We're gonna dry it for 60 seconds. And since we've already put a top coat on, two layers of top coat, or 2 coats of the top coat, once you do your drawings and you do your dusting, you cure it. All you gotta do is brush it off, wipe it off, however you wanna do that, based on what type of work you did on the top. You will determine whether you want to dust it off, wash it off, wipe it off, and you're basically done, right? Because you're not going to go back in there and put the clear coat over the texture. That's kind of defeats the purpose. All right, into the lamp I go for 60 seconds, and I'm back, and I am enjoying it. It feels good. It looks good. And you guys can see the difference in the 2 nails, right? The black and the goldish green. I was totally satisfied with it. I wanted to put some stones on it, but like I said, I really didn't have any, but there you go.